is that since consolidation, the city council has refused any revitalizing economics on that side of town. Fact number one, the center that is up by the airport, that was done with the Magic Johnson group. Twice, Magic Johnson then came to revitalize the gateway area and put economics in that area. And twice, the city council refused, and they gave them the land off of Leggett, they gave them that land.
I want to see, and it did come up yesterday, how they feel about the president on China. How do they feel about the president bringing $400 billion more into NATO? How do they feel about the president getting his allies to push back on the Nord Stream natural gas pipeline from Russia? How do they feel about the president unleashing the Navy into the South China Sea, pushing back on China's expansion? How do they feel about that? Who sickened the world with their pandemic? And again, to fool President Trump on the economy, where it is now, is like ridiculing the Los Angeles Lakers for not being able to sell out their home arena. They have no choice. And they had no choice. The question is, when we do have a choice, what do you want to leave?
This is 104.5 WOKV, Jacksonville's news and talk.
Live news coverage starts now.
Good morning, Jacksonville. It's 9:30 here, and I'm Jeremy Ratliff for Top Local Story. Here in Florida, schools across our state beginning to reopen in-person classroom learning for the fall semester. Despite the high COVID-19 infections persisting in some areas of our state here, Florida's Commissioner of Education, Richard Coburn, is talking about his meeting with President Trump on Wednesday about reopening Florida schools.
The consequences of not opening up schools is of a much greater dire consequence to these school children. And so in Florida, we have 67 counties. We already have this week 13 districts opening up. And here's the stats. 5 of those districts that opened up, we have anywhere from 65 to 99% of the children and the parents choosing to have their kids in face-to-face instruction.
Now, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and Coburn are threatening to withhold state funding from school districts that will only have remote learning without permission from the Trump administration. Meanwhile, Florida's largest teachers union is suing the state over school reopenings. The lawsuit Coburn brushes off as frivolous. Students in St. Johns County will be heading back to school at the end of this month, and masks will be required for every student heading to campus.
Students who refuse to wear masks could be forced to learn from home, but that's only if the student repeatedly disobeys the mask policy. Superintendent Tim Forston told Action News Jackson they couldn't ask students to distance learning for a period of time. He says it's all to protect other students and employees. Classes in St. Johns County will begin on August 31st. For CBS 47, Fox 30, Action News Jackson, I'm Alicia Terran, 104.5 WKV.
In our top national story, Republicans and Democrats deadlocked over coronavirus stimulus bill.
Instead, fill up on cleaner, safer water from CGC Water. Remember, if you're not filtering your water, you are the filter. Get the peace of mind knowing your family is drinking great tasting, purified, safe water. Kinetico features premier softeners, non-electric twin tanks that are super efficient and use less salt. Financing available with approved credit. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment. Your local independent Connecticut dealer. Specific findings on these
We swap your counters and refinish your cabinets to the color of your choice at a fraction of the cost. None of the hassle, and done in days. Call Greystone Kitchens at 213-9100 for your secret solution. Come see us on Phillips Highway across from Regal Cinema. That's Greystone Kitchens and Martin Appliance. New kitchen, new appliances. And if you want new cabinets, I can do that too. I'm a licensed contractor, for crying out loud. Florida State License CGC 1526479.
What you see is what you get. Martin Appliance Family.
Jacksonville's morning news with Rich Jones. Weather and traffic every 6 minutes. And the 3 big things you need to know. Whether you're heading back to the office or staying home a little longer, no matter what your plans are, start your day with us from 5 till 9 a.m. Only on 104.5 WOKV, Jacksonville's news and talk. Now, the WOKV First Alert Forecast.
The 7 on WOKV weather reader. Partly sunny, hot and humid today, and of course, scattered afternoon thunderstorms that'll be heavy in spots with highs in the low 90s. Scattered storm early tonight and clearing in the low to mid 70s. Partly cloudy with afternoon thunderstorms tomorrow. Your Friday high 91 and Saturday partly sunny, hot and humid. A few afternoon showers and thunderstorms with a high of 92. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Action News Jax Chief Meteorologist Rick Burrish, 404.5 WOKV.
Now, Safe Touch Security First Alert Traffic.
Northside drivers heading into downtown on I-95 southbound. You have an incident-free drive ahead of you right now. It's only 11 minutes to get from Airport Road all the way down to I-10. And continuing on I-95 southbound, leaving downtown, that's delay-free as well. It's still under 10 minutes to get from I-10 down to JTB. With Jacksonville's most frequent traffic, I'm Brian Riley.
Now, the 3 big things you need to know.
The number of laid-off workers applying for unemployment aid fell below 1 million. Portland police declaring a riot outside a Justice Center that's next to a federal courthouse. A Tallahassee judge slated to hold a hearing in a lawsuit challenging the July 6 emergency order that requires schools to open for the school year unless state and local health officials say otherwise. I'm Jeremy Ratliff.
Now, Brian Kilmeade on 104.5 WOKV, Jacksonville's news and talk.
What they're about to do is create such a backlash of support for Kamala. Because once you go down the angry black woman thing, even African Americans who might have been a little bit red, holding back, well, what about our criminal justice piece? Now you're creating a wave of sympathy and empathy.